just geeking out. Let's start the show.
Right. Welcome, listeners, to another episode of Naija's Geeking Out. I hope you liked our new intro audio, something that we're playing around with, you know. A new artist on the scene that we'll introduce to you later. We'll introduce to you later down the line. It's just me and Red Hair, the two most sensible members of the podcast anyway.
Did you just read my mind? I was going to say, that was what I was going to say. I was going to say the two most sensible and the two sane people on this podcast.
Yeah, you know, when it comes to people who are reliable, we know who they are and we know who they're not. It's fine. We're here. We're going to give our listeners, you know, the content they always want. How are you doing, Red?
I'm good. As always, I'm good to be here.
Okay, I think the less said about your country, and their failure to make the World Cup, the better. Yeah.
Which one of the countries right now?
Oh yeah, both your countries. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. I'm talking about the country that we have in common.
Okay.
Nigeria chickens. Not even. I can't tell you super English. Super chickens.
It wasn't their fault. It was juju. Somebody jazzed them. So.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's by the side. So apart from that, everything's okay with you, yeah?
Everything's good.
Okay, cool. Right, today, it's going to sound very pathetic. We have a main topic, and I think it's something that I'm going to get that most geeks always think about at one point in time. You know, I think about this too much to be healthy, if I'm being honest, but we'll come to that in a minute. I want to ask a question. Did you see the interview between Zack Snyder and the Russell's brother?
No, I didn't. But when you mentioned it, I tried to quickly catch up. I don't know what he's doing. What does he want? He should go away. Like seriously, a guy needs to go away. What's that thing he's doing? That mishmash of everything. Rebel Moon. Let him go get Rebel Moon 3, 4, 5 and just...
Wait, is that still ongoing?
I have no idea.
Okay. Right. I mean, yes, it's a good question. So, Zack Snyder, the Russell brothers, I think they went for lunch.
Okay.
And they were talking about the whole DCEU, you know, how it went, you know, and it was kind of a, you know, like PS talking about, you know, PS have worked in rival franchises in the superhero market. So yeah, you can see maybe why they had that discussion would come up, but it was mainly about the DCEU, and you know, they were asking him, was Justice League always a plan? And he's basically saying after, I think he basically said that after BVS, he said during BVS is when they started. No, yes, that they will want to do a Justice League, and they started planting seeds. Which is clear from the film when you see it anyway. It's very clear. Yeah. And my question is, and I guess this is what you're trying to allude to, is I have this feeling, and please, I don't know, this is not a fact that it's that standard that push for this kind of meeting to talk about this. It always seems to want to be in the limelight with DCEU.
Yep.
You sat down with the successful franchise. Forget what's happened in the last year or two with MCU. It's clearly the most successful superhero franchise. Yeah. And DCU was meant to try and rival it. I'm not going to sugarcoat my words. It failed.
They had their run, and it's over. He had his run. It's over. However he feels about that, he should just let it go.
Yeah.
I mean,
and for me, we're now in a new era of DCU.
Absolutely.
And you got James Gunn trying to. So I don't like. I find it a bit. This is me. Of course, this is not James Gunn, but I think, guy, what are you doing?
It's
somebody else who's doing his own. Yeah. You know, just keep quiet. We know you have this. What's the phrase I want to use? Them. You have this collection. what's a group of crows called? You have this murder of Snyderists that
Yeah,
exist, and they are ready to die for this guy, to do all sorts of illogical,
yeah.
unreasonable things for this guy, just to bring back. But I do think Zack Snyder, and maybe I just me being cynical, that this discussion is another ploy in weaponizing these guys to get his way, in trying somehow to resurrect his dead universe.
I don't think it's a way. It's what he does. He needs to keep things at the forefront. He needs to keep that conversation going. That he doesn't want it to die, because if it dies completely, then it's harder for him to resurrect. So in his mind, he keeps it as subconscious. He has you're not in that universe, you're not in that world, but the rabbit farms you just mentioned, I'm sure there's like serious activity going on daily on their restore the Snyderverse or whatever they call it.
You know what fear is? I've been
Yeah.
hearing, and again, I've read some stories about Warner being up for sale. At one point, I'm sure I read somewhere that Netflix was a
Might be.
potential part of interest in this sale. And when I saw that, alarm bells was ringing in my head, because I know Snyder and Netflix are quite very chummy.
They're quite cool. They're cool, yeah.
They do. Yeah, he does a lot of stuff for them. And I thought, if Netflix gets their hands on Warner Brothers, I could easily see them. Oh yeah, come on board, come and do your own DCU in one side. They might even have two universes running at the same time.
Yeah. And he's selfish enough to just go with it.
Oh, he would 100%, 100%. I know he'll do it. Yeah, so I just don't know. I don't know with Snack, if I'm being honest. He just kind of winds me up nowadays, if I'm being honest. And also, another thing is, his output since then has not been great at all. When I look at the Snyder things I actually liked. I mean, I liked what's it called, 300.
Everybody did. Everybody did. Everybody does.
I
Yeah.
loved Watchmen.
No complaints
There's
over
this
there.
film. I
Yeah.
always forget the name of this film.
Which one?
The one that's like a video game. I don't know why I always forget the name. It's very visual. I didn't like that. That one. I remember. I literally bought the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Before I watched it, thinking, it's visually appealing, but
Actually, know the one you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm blanking on the name. It's probably old age, but that's what in that one I thought. Oh my, this story makes no sense whatsoever. And that's when I started to realize that he's best when he sticks to, in my view anyway, when he sticks to an already established storyline. That
you're not talking Sucker Punch.
So that's it. Yeah, Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch.
Yeah, Sucker
Yeah,
Punch.
I liked it though.
I did not. I found the story. I thought the visuals were great.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a visual fest. It in terms of the actual plot. I thought, now what's going on here? And I think since then I've not really. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought Man of Steel. Now I always say this about Man of Steel. I've on its own, without talking about Superman, I think it's a competent movie.
Yeah.
But I do not like it as a Superman movie. If that makes any sense.
I know it doesn't capture.
Yeah.
It's not the Superman the Superman you recognize.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm very aware.
I get that. Yeah.
And I'm aware for some people that is their Superman. I get it.
Yeah.
But then since then, I mean BVS. It's funny. I like BVS more than Man of Steel. But I know that BVS is a worse film than Man of Steel. But I enjoy BVS because of certain scenes in that film that give me joy.
Which one? Not which one?
Well, Batman.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah,
Batman
of Superman. You will bleed.
Yeah. So there's certain aspects of like a picker of BVS that I really enjoy, and I really watch a lot of those scenes by itself.
And for BVS, he did capture some like really awesome moments from the Frank Miller comics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He does that really well. So
no, this is part of what I thought is to me his biggest problem with BVS was he referenced too many sources for that one film. We had the death of Superman. We had the Dark Knight fight scenes.
Yeah.
We had Doomsday. Well, I guess Death of Superman and Doomsday, they kind of jibe. You had there was two other films that he referenced. I'm trying to remember what they were, but basically it was a hodgepodge that he tried to bring back together. So I thought it was too much. With Watchmen, he took the one book,
That, but
stuck to
that's
that
what
book. Yeah, that's good.
that's why he excels though.
Yeah, 300 took that one book, took the story as it is, filmed it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it should be. So that's how to me that's where he's great. But when he starts trying to come up with his own ideas and trying to make, I don't buy it.
If he's dealing with one source, he's good.
Yeah,
But
but
when he
yeah,
has to,
yeah, but I do think he's got into his own head now that he's a great storyteller, and I think that I don't think he is. I think he's a good adapter of a
he's a
story.
great he's a great adapter.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
that's it.
so that's just I just saw that in news, and I thought, you know what, I'll mention that. But it's not something that I'm very well.
He
You know,
ne-
that I'm not happy with him sitting down with the Russell brothers. I'm very suspicious of the motive.
he needs to go away. His motives are never pure. There's always self-serving.
Well, yeah, in a way, it's just like he always seems to be there. Him and his rabid fans
Rabbit
undermining
fans. Yeah.
the current DC universe. Anyway, that's that. Right, today's discussion. This is going to be. This is an exercise. I bet almost any superhero fan has done at one point at a time in their lives. Probably multiple times. I know I'll do it multiple times. If I'm bored, I want to go to bed, I want to sleep. These are the kind of things that go through my mind.
That's troubling, but okay.
Oh, well, it is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
It's funny. Just as an aside,
Mhm.
I used to always try, and sometimes with some success, because I read it somewhere that I always used to try. Always used to try to direct what my dreams are going to be when I'm before I'm about
Yeah,
to sleep.
you imagine you set up your trail of imagination and let
Yeah,
and
so
fall
hoping that
asleep.
when I fall asleep, and it does
And
work.
continue.
I mean, it's not. It's probably like 50-50, but a lot
Does
of
it?
times, yeah, for me, a lot of times it works.
Okay.
But the mind, the human mind, you might do that, and your mind just starts going other places, and then when by the time you fall asleep, it doesn't work.
So I'm one of those who don't really dream, and when I do, I don't remember when I wake up.
Right. So, can I just say something here to what you just said?
Yeah. What?
And I'm quoting this. So, everybody dreams, and you dream all the time. You just don't
But I
remember them.
don't remember.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
if
so
you
I'm
don't,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, so I
So
don't
it's not that
remember.
you
Yeah.
don't dream; you just don't remember them. And
Yeah, I don't
obviously some
remember them.
you.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's weird that when you wake up from a dream,
Very few.
it can be very vivid. Literally within seconds, you lose.
That's me.
All right.
I
Okay.
wake up maybe before the morning is done, then I go back and I don't remember what it is anymore.
Yeah. No,
So
that is natural.
normal. Okay.
So what am I talking about here? If you had so it's two part scenario here. One,
Mhm.
if you were allowed to pick three superpowers. First of all, that's the first part. I'm going to ask you what three superpowers you're going to pick. You cannot say something like I want Superman's powers. No, you have to pick
Okay.
specific power. You know, if you want to pick flight, you pick flight. If you want to pick super strength, you pick super strength. But I say Superman, you get the whole package. No. Yep. So that's the first part. And then once you've picked that, I want to say, so assuming you suddenly those powers are actually granted to you by some genie or whatever.
Mhm.
What will you do in the real world? And let me be very clear, when I say in the real world, in this real world, there are no superheroes. You are the only one. You are the only person with these powers all of a sudden. So you expect you wake up tomorrow and you have these powers. What will you do? So let's start with the power sets. Do you want to go
Okay.
first? Or do you,
Yeah, I can go first. I can
okay,
go
right.
first. So when you asked me this question, initially I thought it was easy. And when I started thinking about it, I had to start putting in parameters. So if I get this power, so what next? So beyond the initial euphoria, I had to start getting real pragmatic.
Okay.
and I realized that I don't want to be a nice guy.
Oh. Oh.
So
Oh.
no,
Right.
yeah,
Okay. On.
I'm not gonna
Yes.
be a nice guy.
Okay.
Um, Depending on who is looking at it, I may be a bad guy. So one of the first things I'm gonna pick is mind reading.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
Next one,
Yep.
mind control.
Right. I see where we're going here. Okay. Okay.
Then the third one, invulnerability.
Right.
So with all of those,
Yep.
I don't even want to be obvious. I don't even want anybody to know what I can do to them. Like I understand them or what I'm gonna
Okay.
tell them to do. But I'm gonna clean up the world.
Right. So.
I'm 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 I'm
Yep.
gonna have people. I'm gonna have people just walk up to the edge of the bridge and just jump in.
Right. Okay. So.
That sounds bad, right?
No. Can I go through your power set here? Right.
Okay.
Invulnerability. I get that straight away. This is
Just think.
basically to ensure your
Yeah.
own safety.
Yes. Pretty much. Yeah. That's the only reason. Yes.
Okay. Right. So I get that. Mind reader, mind control. So mind reader, I get. Mind control is to me is where I can see where you're edging towards.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
so here's my question. You said you're gonna walk people
I'm
off the
gonna.
bridge.
Yeah. Just. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So you're the only superpower in the whole wide world, right?
Yeah.
You start doing this. How far do you go? I don't. Okay. Let me. Are you doing tweaks or are you doing mass
I'm,
changes?
I'm doing mass changes. That's why I said I'm not going to be a nice. I'm
Okay.
not
Yeah. You
necessarily
go.
going
Yeah.
to be a
Go.
nice guy. The mind reading is going to be without empathy.
What's that mean? I don't follow. What do you mean by?
So
Yeah. Go on.
if I read the mind of a pedophile, for example,
Yep.
I don't want to understand that somebody abused him when he was two
Okay.
or when he was
Right. Okay.
something is making him do it. No,
Okay.
you've
Oh.
done this.
Okay.
You're going.
So let's take this.
Yeah,
You go for a walk. You read this in mind. There's this kiddie fiddler, pedophile.
just jump. Just
So
walk off
what are
the
you gonna do
bridge.
to that person?
Just walk off the. Just jump.
Okay. So
Over
can I just say
the
something?
bridge. Yeah. What?
Would you say jump or would you just because you got mind control make kids report him?
No, I'm going to because I got mind control. I'm going to fill him with so much guilt that he offs himself.
So you're not even okay. I mean, I'm not saying you're right or wrong because I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what I would do because I assume he's already done. He's already assaulted kid in the park already.
Yeah. No.
Then I can see why you might say, you know what, sorry, I'm not even gonna. But
No.
what if he has? Okay, let's say you read this person's mind, and he has pedophile leanings,
No. No.
but
I'm
he's
not
not
doing.
yet committed a crime.
No, I'm not doing Minority Report. No, I'm not precog. No, I'm not doing. It's after the fact.
Oh no,
I'm
no,
not gonna.
but you're in this
Yeah.
guy's mind, and you can say, I want to do this. You can see that he wants to do it. He's trying to walk up the courage to do something bad like that. Would you walk him off the bridge, or would you just use your mind control to stop him from ever thinking about doing that?
If I can stop him from ever thinking about that, I will.
But I guess with mind control, you. No, this is okay.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm missing what mind control is. So I understand mind control. When you say jump off the bridge,
Yeah. Yeah.
but would mind control also not work? Like, would it not be a long, or maybe it won't be long term if you just told him don't do it? It might wear off. Is that why you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know what the extent of the power is. I mean, if it's
Okay.
permanent, I'm like, stop thinking about that. But again, how many people am I going to say, okay, don't steal again, don't do this, don't do that? I mean, I really don't have time for that.
All right. So you start walking up. Okay. So in terms of world politics, what are you doing?
I'm not calling names, but
Yeah. No, yeah.
the
Don't
world the world is
use.
gonna look
Yeah,
very different.
but you will.
Certain
So you will be influencing world leaders.
Oh,
You
oh
will.
yeah. Some not so they're not some would not be told to jump. Some would just be asked to step down. They don't know why. They'll just like resign, put in laws that benefits everyone, and just walk away.
Okay. Okay. No,
Yeah, yeah,
it's. I totally get that, and in a way,
yeah.
I think it's almost the safest. It's almost the safest way to operate with powers where you won't be in trouble.
That so I don't want to be known.
Yes.
I mean, I don't want super strength because how many people am I going to fight? How long do I want to keep fighting for? I don't want to fly. I
I
don't
think
want to
super
fly.
strength. If you
Yeah,
because I've limited this to three powers,
yeah.
I think you quickly realize some powers, while they look flashy and look nice, they're a waste of time.
They're not for the long haul.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
super strength will be a total waste of.
How many people are you going to fight? Especially if you're the only one and you're that strong. You're just going to start beating people up.
Even when you're fighting and then they shoot you, and you don't have vulnerability. To me,
Yeah,
what super strength is I rather have invulnerability and normal strength
yeah.
than super strength and no invulnerability.
Well, those are my powers, and I think I'll cut the world's population down significantly.
Ah, wait. How ever you do that?
No,
This part it.
no, I just told you about people that are going to walk off the bridge. There are
Yeah.
going to be a good number of.
Ah, wait.
There's certain crimes that are not that there are no redemption for
Wait,
in
wait.
my book.
What is a good number? You're not
I
talking
don't know what
billions,
the
are you?
number is. No, no, no.
Oh, is that?
When I'm not pluribus. But, well, no, wait. If there are a billion murderers, pedophiles,
Yeah, you know,
convicted, then
you, you,
they're
you, you
gone.
you will not be able to do that. Well, sorry, okay. Let's say you're even omega level, mind
Yeah.
reading slash omega level mind control. If you're
It's
off,
not gonna be. It's not gonna be one. It's not gonna be at once, right?
well, I
It's not
guess.
gonna
I
be.
guess. No, I guess.
Yeah,
I
it's not gonna go.
guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not gonna be at
yeah.
once.
I
It's
guess.
gonna
Okay. I
be
guess. I guess.
systemic.
You can. Okay. So you okay? You say yourself a judge, jury, and executioner.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no problems with that. That's why I said I'm not gonna be a nice guy.
Right. So it's so all right. So you know the annoying thing now. What you've just done. You've taken two. You've taken two of my powers already.
Oh, you have. I have.
Yeah, I had invulnerability on my list.
Okay,
I also
then
had mind control.
not mind reading. Okay,
Yeah, on my list.
okay.
So now, just for the sake of this podcast, I'm not. I'm gonna have to go with some substitutes. I wanted to cheat, but I'm not gonna do
So
that.
what were you gonna do with mind control if you didn't if you couldn't read their minds?
So yeah, you know why? Because
Yeah,
I don't care about. I was thinking about things like pedophile level, reading the mind,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was thinking about more the world leaders.
Well, I want to make the world a better place from everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, but to me, so yeah, mine was more about the world leaders. Like, so
Okay.
I would might control them, and and then you can tell me your secrets. You know, okay, tell me this. Okay, so you can do this. You can jump off the bridge. You can tell your army to leave that
Oh,
country.
you're also going to tell people to jump off the bridge.
Oh no, I will. Oh, sorry. Let's be frank. I would, if needed be, I will kill. The,
Okay, okay. Oh,
yeah,
so you have okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
If
okay. All right.
let's just pick randomly a fake country. Let's make a fake country so that we don't get into any politics. Let's say there's
Yeah.
this country who, in my belief, is oppressive. They're about to launch an attack with nukes to kill another country. Something like on those lines. And I realized that actually the guy in charge, just him alone, is the main problem.
Is
Because
it
some
not
problems are
case?
not the guy in charge;
Mm-hmm.
they're systematic.
Mm-hmm.
But some are just one guy. So like I could decide, what, I'm just gonna kill him. Especially if my mind control is not long term.
Okay.
Or if it's somebody in a country that's got a bit more of a systematic problem, I might just get him to go on live on TV and expose.
Expose himself and say
Yeah,
everything that's
yeah,
happening.
yeah.
Okay.
It's. I don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure as a person you get certain things wrong because you might say I'm going to do this. and you hope that this is going to be the outcome.
And the consequences are different.
Yeah, and they are different. So you have to be very, very, very aware of that because you have these
I have,
powers.
I have, I have no problems with that.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
it's
I
gonna
mean,
go,
to be
if
honest,
I'm
it makes you no different from the people in power making their decisions now that are affecting people in the
if I'm
wrong
gonna
or
say if
the
I'm
wrong
gonna
way.
save I'm gonna save 2 million lives, and what I do here can impact 10.
Okay, yeah.
I have no problems with that.
So yeah, but now that you've chosen those, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go for a total. I'm now gonna pick three different sets. Might not be as effective.
But you really thought about this too much.
Oh, a lot. I think like it's too much. I
Yeah.
totally agree.
Because the questions you were asking me, like, okay, this guy's already thought about
Oh
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I have. So, and this is kind of a bit of cheat. I always wanted to. I wanted to say I wanted a Green Lantern ring.
Okay.
So I want a Green Lantern ring instead of invulnerability. I also said that then my next choice would be like a Wolverine type healing.
Okay.
Wolverine type healing, Green Lantern ring. So you've taken mind control, so that's gone. And so then I guess so this is where I always wanted teleportation as well. But to be honest, if I got a jail ring, teleportation becomes
When you finish, I have questions about the GL ring, but
yeah.
you know,
Okay. So I would then so healing. I'm gonna go healing. I'm gonna go jail ring. And you've taken mind ring. You taken mind control. You've taken I don't need invisibility anymore. So then, if this is the case, I think the next one I'm gonna go for. Oh yes, I'll tell you what I'm gonna go for.
what's that?
Doug Ramsey's power.
For viewers who don't know,
So yeah, sorry. Do you know who you know who Doug
I know, I know,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know who it is.
So
Yes.
Doug Ramsey. So basically, he can understand any language in
Okay.
seconds. And when I say any language, it's not even just limited to human language, like computer programming, anything that is considered language. He can learn and grasp instantly.
Okay. So
You
Green
agree?
Lantern's powers.
Yes.
Your constructs are limited to your imagination and your quick thinking.
Yeah.
Knowing yourself
Yes.
under pressure.
Yeah.
How effective do you think you'll be
Right.
under
So
pressure?
you said something earlier about not using these powers in an open.
Yeah.
That's literally my own.
Okay, so you don't want to be known, like secret,
Yeah.
secret.
I
Okay.
would be operating as much as possible in the shadows.
So what would you use it for?
Well, the power, like, listen, first of all, the gel ring. Also, remember, I'm a very big space buff.
I know. So
Yeah,
so
so
you're gonna go to space.
yeah, I'll try. I'll
You're gonna
100%
go.
try.
You're gonna search for aliens.
Yeah, yeah, travel. If it works like the real ring works, it should have a database of what's out there.
Out there. Okay. Okay.
Fine. But even on Earth, like I'll wake up. I'll wake up at night.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably go into a country and then smash all the army overnight, and then leave.
Okay. So okay, you're still gonna be getting physical and fighting.
Oh no,
Okay.
I'll get physical.
Okay.
Unlike mind control, it would be visible because there's no way you cannot hide that damage. But
Like that. Yeah.
there still should not be. I should still be able to operate without them finding out who I am. I
Okay.
know because the problem I'm gonna be careful about is they want to try and track you, But
Yeah.
with that kind of technology at my behest, I I doubt they could
But
do anything. Yeah, go on.
so if you wake up at night and you head to a country
Yes.
and they have you tracked a bogey coming in, then they start firing at you. It still comes down to how quickly can you react? What can you come up with on the fly? knowing just because it's Dark Boy now we're not talking about. We're not talking
Yeah,
about Hal Jordan. We're not talking John Stewart.
yeah. So
Knowing yourself,
again,
how quickly
so
can
here's the
you?
thing. Again,
Yeah.
I said this again. I thought about this way too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So I've got Doug Ramsey's powers. So I'm hacking everything in sight.
so before so
So
as they're
so
telling.
let's say I want to just to be on the safe side. Let me say I want to invade Nigeria for argument's sake.
Okay.
I've hacked all the satellites. I know where all the bases are. I know. So if I'm going to attack, I'm not going to go in there and
Blind.
start vibing it on the spot. No. Everything's planned. I'm going to go right. I've seen this base. They've parked all their jets here. Boom, boom. I'm in, and my constructs could just be like one big hammer. Boom. I'm out in 2 seconds.
Hammer.
Wait, hammer. Like a big. I don't.
Like,
I don't need any construct. I could just blast it to. I could blast the whole thing to smithereens.
I think that'll be better
Yeah, just
than the hammer. Than the hammer.
blast it to smithereens.
Okay.
I'll be out in 2 seconds.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, well,
I'm not going to stay
well,
there.
the ring gives you
Battling for 5 minutes. No, nothing
okay.
like that.
I mean, beyond flight.
Surgical attacks and strikes.
Okay. Beyond flight, you're also quite fast. Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right.
and then obviously you see what you wait for the ramifications of what's happened and stuff like that. The only problem I have is
okay. Go ahead.
as much as I always say you cannot underestimate humans on Earth.
Yes, they'll find a way. They'll
Like,
always.
There's a chance that they can uncover who I am.
A big chance, a very big chance.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's say big
Eventually,
chance. Yeah.
yeah.
And one thing I always said is, okay, so let's say that happens. They find out who I am. Once I know they find out who I am, I know someone that will come from my family.
Okay.
Some will come from. Hopefully, with my skills, I should be able to know
Who's coming?
Yeah, actually, what I said is the first person who finds out is most likely that I would also know that they find out and when they're coming from me based on my
your technology, your hacking
I will
stuff.
let them
Okay.
come.
You'll let them come. You won't nip it before they tell the next person.
I'll let them
before
come.
the shit. Why?
And I'll make it a very public spectacle of me murdering all of them, especially they come from.
I think they'll be scared, and after that, nobody will try again.
No, people listen. Humans are humans. They will try, but
Exactly.
But I would destroy those who. It's like the same thing, like punishment. Many of them will now hesitate before they try again. If I don't do anything like that, they will all try and keep on trying. Let's say I just stop it, barely, but they all walk away.
But what if
If
you
there's tens of
stop it?
hundreds, so go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
What if you stop it and trace the source of the tipping point where
Oh,
gave you away? Yeah, you destroy that.
Yes. Not even.
So whoever.
I'll do that, but I would also make a very public statement. Listen, guys. Yeah, okay. You find out who I am. You know where I am. If you come for me or any of my family, it's gloves off. I will wipe you out from head to toe. So think twice.
Yeah. So what do you do with Wolverine's power? You want to live forever?
Well, yeah, that's just if I get injured or something like that, just so I can heal. That's
Okay.
just that's in that invulnerability. That's kind of like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not quite as good as being invulnerable because you still have to heal.
Because you hurt.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it's still a good power set. To be honest, in the real world, especially if you're trying to be hidden, invulnerability can almost give you away. Versus somebody who gets injured but heals.
I like both of. I like two. I'm not very sold on the Green Lantern one.
The ring.
The ring. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the only reason why I'll go. So I've always used to think about teleportation.
Okay.
As a good power set. The only reason why I've gone with Green Lantern is because it's also offensive.
Okay, teleportation. You land there. They could be waiting for you.
Yeah, they could be waiting for you. I mean, yeah, God, you can't teleport in with a bomb and then teleport out. You can't do stuff like that. But it's a bit more. There's a bit more. risk element
There's more,
involved in that.
there's more nuance to that. Then now you have to start building bombs. You have to start doing all the
Yes,
other
yeah,
things
you have to do.
and
Yeah. There's a lot more effort involved
to do that.
in
Yeah.
doing that. And yes, and now
I mean, there might be uses for teleportation if you want to be sneaking into people's rooms.
oh God, are you okay? oh God, I don't want to be speaking to anybody's room. I beg. Yeah.
No, prearranged. No, I mean prearranged. They show
Okay.
up.
No, to you guys, teleportation. I've always thought of it as a better option than flying. I know and super speed. You
I think
know,
it's I think it's better.
yeah, you know,
Faster, less
and
less
in the
less
real
stress.
world scenario, it's more fun. I want to go to Bali, boom, I'm there. I want to go to this, boom, I'm there. I want to go to
Why
Mars,
Bali?
you know,
Okay.
just pick some random, you know. If I want to go to Hawaii, America, without getting deported, I can do it. Come in,
Then
go out.
then nobody has to bother who's flying over my airspace or whatever.
Yeah,
If you're flying, yeah,
indeed.
yeah,
So, but I think the J-ring just also the whole idea. But I said that I like going to space. In the real
yeah,
world, if I had the J-ring and I could go to space, even that's still a scary option. It's a scary flying.
yeah. It's a scary proposition, yeah,
Yeah,
because
flying to in the middle of space, millions of miles away from your homeland, in the darkness. I mean, it's good in comics, but the more you think about it in reality, you know,
not guaranteed, no guarantees there's a return journey there,
ah, why?
because no, because okay, you have database of let's say you have database of all the other beings and stuff.
Okay.
They have some violent ones. They have they have those
And
who
yeah,
are looking
to be
to
honest,
kill you.
when you travel to these places, it's very likely
Yeah,
that they're not places where you can get there even at speed of light. You'd have to be
no.
doing warping. You have to like warp
Hmm.
space to jump. I don't know galaxy.
Yeah.
Would, how would I be? Am I brave enough to even do that? To walk
Yeah.
myself to a planet.
I'm not going off world though. I'm
Well, you
solving
don't even.
this world.
I
I'm
know. Yeah.
solving
What
I'm
really?
solving
Okay. One thing also I've also thought about with the Green Lantern ring is I will 100% use that ring to create the Mars colony once I'm exposed. 100%
Okay.
use that to be. I can fly because I guess to the Green Lantern ring. I'll
Yeah,
probably be there in
okay.
minutes.
And
And
you terraform
yeah,
it
and
and then
I'll do it in cooperation with some governments. I say, listen, guys, I can be your taxi to Mars. Take stuff there, build
okay.
a bit of a colony.
Be there Elon Musk.
Yeah, do that. So in a way, was create a backup for the human race. you you know.
We'll go there and destroy that one too.
So you
It's
do
what we
that,
do.
and then
Hmm.
once you get more brave enough, then I'll go on to one of those planets they said they've discovered that are in the
That look
in the
like
Goldilocks
yeah, that
zone.
have water.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you hopefully go there. Is it possible? Can it support life or our type of life? Can we plant? You know, and make it a big farm.
So really, you'll make us a multi-planet free
Oh yeah,
species.
yeah. I always
Yeah,
felt that the human race.
needs to be.
Well, to be honest, people laugh at me when I say something about the human race. We've always tried to remove ourselves from one spot and create colonies. We've done it. We all came from Africa. Then we spread across. I guess we all came from one place in Africa.
Yeah,
Then we
I
spread
kept
across all of
moving. Yeah,
Africa.
mhm.
Then we left Africa. It's our nature.
Yeah, we're always moving. So,
Once we're able to conquer that distance or travel to that place, we will do it.
oh, we will do definitely.
Yeah, it just gets harder and harder when like so. Obviously, it's, back then, in my mind, I'm guessing the people who first crossed the sea find it as
I
hard
mean,
as people go to the moon now in our day.
I'm sure a good chunk they don't even make it. They don't
Oh yeah,
even
yeah,
make
yeah,
it to the other side.
they
Yeah,
died off.
yeah.
So seeding planets with humans, I think yes, I've totally on board with that. But I will not start with that. I will first start initially with my own manipulation of the world, trying to create a world that I think is more fair and just, which I know some people not agree with, but
You don't have to agree.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
go and get your own ring if you if you disagree. It's not a democracy. No, we're not.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we've done that. So in a way, we both admitted that we're not going to be a typical
We're
superhero.
we're dictators.
Am I a dictator? In a way, you are, because
Oh, I am.
in
I'm
a
denying
way,
it.
even me, that I'm trying to like sugarcoat my own.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm taking some actions that are unilateral, that are not,
yeah.
So yeah, you could you could say, yo, I'm benevolent, dictator, or whatever you
Dictator,
want to
yeah.
call it. Yeah, you can sugarcoat it. But one thing I also focus. So now you've done all of that, or even before you do that, you find that there's other people with powers.
There can be only one.
And this goes back. This goes more to that. You know that comic, the Power Fantasy comic.
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, you, do you, do you try and talk to them,
Collaborate? No, I'm
collaborate?
not. No,
What if it doesn't work? What if you're both
no, I'm not.
totally?
No,
So what will
I'm
happen?
not collaborating. So that's how heroes and villains are born. Because even if you collaborate and you start together, there's going to be some ideological splits eventually at some point. Yeah, it's going to be ideological split, and I think
Yeah,
did Magneto and Professor X start together?
yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So yeah. So
I mean, to be honest,
you start disagreeing on methods, even if you agree on the same goal. You start disagreeing on methods and how to do it, and you want to go clean up one country at night, and he tells you, no, we need to negotiate and talk first, and
yeah, yeah.
it's
Oh,
just
one of the countries you want to get involved with is his country,
yeah,
and
yeah,
this time.
it tells you no, leave it alone. Yep. So
Yeah, so to be honest, I think if you are going to get these kind of powers, it is better that it's only you and nobody.
two is a crowd.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
You
two
know,
is a crowd. I
cool, cool,
mean,
cool.
let's see. Is there any teams that they've not
What do you mean, team?
disagreed? Like I'm talking about superheroes that we know in comics. Is there any group that they've not had, they've always been lockstep from beginning to end and never
Oh
disagreed?
no, no, yeah, yeah. Okay, I see what your point. Yeah, no. Well,
Give
the
me
very
give me
concept
one.
of comics. One of the tropes is
Mm,
falling out among
yeah.
heroes.
So
I mean, it's human nature. Even your family, you fall out. Your best
yep.
friends, you fall out. It happens.
So
So yeah,
I don't want to know anyone. I don't want to know
yeah.
anyone.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm to be honest, if you're getting, to be honest, I said if you're gonna get those powers
Mhm.
and it's just you, that's the best scenario. But if you're getting the powers and there's like five other people with those powers,
That's a problem.
that's a problem. And to me, it almost becomes you might I think you almost go back to the status quo. Because if there's too many of them anyway, that means every country's got them, and then you're back to
But
like
would you try to ensure or see that you're the only one?
oh, kill off the rest.
I just asked a question.
No,
You know,
no, I don't think I can do that. Okay, if I felt somebody's evil, I want to say evil like he's a murderer, he's been murdering people. I can do that.
so you're like Captain Marvel and is like Black Adam.
Even if he's Black Adam, because Black Adam technically, you see, Black Adam, it would be like, huh, what would in the real world? Because Black Adam, he will tell you, I'm doing the best for my country, and the people I'm
Yeah,
killing are terrorists.
that's why I used the example.
So
Yeah.
I will hesitate more of that. But I'm talking about somebody who's just not, he's not a leader, he's just going out there killed, like, he's just doing it because he likes to kill.
Okay.
And he's not even trying to justify it. So something like that is
No, but I'm
it's an
giving
easy decision.
I'm making it harder for you.
Oh, something like that.
Yeah.
See, that's quite.
That's why I
I
picked that. I picked
I
that
would not.
intentionally.
I don't think I would. It would take me a lot to intervene in that. If I'm being
So
honest.
you let him keep operating even though you disagree that They may not be terrorists.
Right. So okay. So let's go real world.
Okay.
Let's go real world. And I'm going to swap this guy from one country to another country. So let's say this is a Palestine-Israel type scenario.
Okay.
And this guy, so let's take the first scenario. Black Adam is in charge of Israel. He's Netanyahu.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be more inclined to go and fight.
Okay.
Yep. So I'll be more inclined to go and fight very early on. If that's
Okay.
But if Black Adam is like Hamas,
Mm-hmm.
I think it may take me a lot more to go and intervene.
Why?
Because I'm saying this as history as it stands now, because I'll say, okay, these guys have been oppressed for so long, he's probably just retaliating. But then, if I think his retaliation is becoming exactly the same as what they're doing to him, like he's also now just murdering innocents,
Okay.
then I'll intervene. You know,
Okay.
but I can see myself being more quicker to intervene.
Oh, because you think baby is already stronger, so you want him to.
Yeah. So it's like
Okay.
I've always had this complex about what I call
Big guy, little guy.
like the bully scenario. I've always hated
Okay.
what I think are bullies. So I'm more quick. If I perceive somebody as a bully, I'll be more quick to step in. But if somebody's not, if there's a doubt whether there's a bully situation or a consequence, or like he's reacting to something else, I might hesitate. But,
Are you sure we're gonna be able to air this episode?
No, people have different opinions. I get. This is what I was trying to avoid mentioning. Because,
Yeah.
but when you put that Black Adam scenario you painted, it's very dicey.
Yeah, I did that intentionally to put you
Yeah,
on the
no,
spot.
it's very dicey because to be honest, in the comics, Black Adam is kind of like that. It's a political situation, and he will tell you, no, I'm doing it. I mean, even Dr. Doom will say that.
But for Latveria, yeah.
Yeah, for Latveria, then yes, I mean, in the real world, you have the leader of North Korea, and another thing we have to be aware of, our perceptions of what goes on, and this is very key. It's driven by media, what we see in media, what we read, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So even though I have a perception of what I think this country's like,
Well,
I might
may
be
not
wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
I might be wrong. I might get on ground.
This is something different.
I see something different. So also, so that's why I have to take that into account. That listen, always be aware that especially somewhere where you're not from or you don't live there, the situation might not be.
Go figure out
as
what's going on.
reported.
Okay.
So you can't just go in like that.
Guns blazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard. I mean, if I'm being honest, if you look at the countries in the world that when I was young and naive were painted as the good guys, they are clearly not the good guys. As an adult,
Yeah.
To me, if I'm being honest, there are no good guys in the world, country-wise, in my mind. The best good guys are the ones that don't get involved in anything. They just do their own thing. I don't want to mention the countries because then I'm sure some of our reporters say, no, but they did this in 1762,
Yeah.
But you have some countries who are more proactive in getting involved in other people's business.
It's they make it their business to get involved in other people's business.
But they always portray it as doing good.
Because they're getting involved in your business for your own good.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, and that's why I said that at my age now, I've obviously for many years now, you start to realize that what you thought was good when you were young, and you just realize that no, actually, it's all just PR.
It's
selfish reasons.
Most, yeah. So
why have you become so political? Red, what have you done? You just turned this into a political debate.
I've not been saying anything. You've been the one talking since. You're in trouble. You don't know. Okay, back to superheroes.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay. So Green Lantern, Wolverine. This you want to heal? Okay.
And Doug Ramsey. I just like the
And
idea
Doug
of
Ramsey.
comms, being able to speak, communicate with
So
everybody.
yeah. So that's intelligence. So
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see the edge
yeah.
it gives. Well, the Wolverine. I like it, but
Well, you wouldn't
if
take
you're the other one,
you wouldn't take Wolverine healing ability if you had it.
I'm taking vulnerability, right? I already have. I'm
Oh
already
yeah, okay, yeah.
invulnerable to
No, but
damage.
okay,
So
let's say that was off the table. Would you take Wolverine start healing?
with my other two mind control, and yeah, I
Yeah,
will.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
will.
okay.
Yeah, I
No,
will.
I,
So
I,
if I,
I, I thought you had something against it, like
no, I don't.
immortality or
I
something
don't.
like
I
that.
don't.
I thought you were
No,
against the potential immortality level concept of
that's
it.
a sad, but that's a sad existence though. Everybody you
Right.
know
So,
dies.
okay, people say this a lot about immortality.
Mhm.
That it's a sad existence. Why is it?
There's some of your memories, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, so if everything and everyone you know gone,
Yeah.
what does that do to you? I don't know. I've not experienced
Okay.
that
So,
yet.
people who have their family wiped out in a disaster, how's that any different?
Are they
The,
happy
the,
people? Is that
yeah, but
is that a
they get over
is that
it,
a
don't they?
rose?
I'm not saying,
Well,
but
no. Well, so
we we
okay,
we we
okay.
all, we're all going to suffer loss. So I guess the point is, if you know for a fact from the very beginning that you're going to outlive people, but I think your whole mindset will change anyway. You'll be more of enjoying them while they're around. You probably be more present in them than you would.
Oh,
Yeah, go on.
yeah, maybe I'm been colored by a Highlander and old guard. So it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
just people. It's not just them dying. It's you watching them grow, become frail,
yeah.
then
Oh, yeah,
die.
yeah, yeah.
Then you start again.
Yeah.
Then like your
It
kids
well,
become
it's
gray,
like
old, and frail, then go. Then
don't get me wrong.
in this repeat.
It's sad,
Yeah.
but it's almost like people who take who get a pet and they fall in love with that pet, but they know they're gonna outlive that pet. They know for
And
facts
yeah,
they're
then
gonna
and
outlive.
then and they do and they get another one
They get
over and
sad
over and over.
and they probably won't get another one for another year or two, but then they'll get past. I think in the end you'll become
But humans are not pets. Humans are
no,
not
but
pets though.
listen, love is love. I can guarantee you because we're not built that way. We
Yeah.
think it's a. But I said to somebody that they said our main drive is to survive. That is our main drive.
That's our primary
That's our
objective.
primary drive.
Mhm.
Back for thousands of years, I think the average lifespan of a human being was 35.
Maybe less. It was 35 until 1800s.
Yes, 1800.
Yeah.
Now we're talking some countries is 70. You know,
81, 84.
yeah. So
Depends, yeah.
we've already tried to push the barriers. You know, with medicine, good
We've
health.
we've already outperformed at this point.
Yeah. So we want to survive. The biological imperative, to use a word from
Yeah.
pluribus, our biological imperative is to survive.
Yeah.
Now, because we physically our body physically can't do it, the second imperative is reproduce. We have
Because
children.
which is still an extension of
Yeah,
survival.
yeah,
Because in your head,
yeah.
so
Having children
you're
is almost like our poor replacement for immortality.
yeah.
That okay, you know,
It's still survival. It's
yes,
ensuring the survival of your race,
yeah. Oh, and of your genes. It's more. I'm
of your
talking about
gene.
individually.
Yeah.
It's okay. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna have children, and
Yeah.
that's me. That's my continuation, and they're gonna have children. They're
Yeah.
gonna have children. But
Mhm.
let's say you know you're functionally immortal.
Yeah.
You might have what
You may not be
the drive
interested
to
in
have
that.
children might go down, if not disappear entirely. What's the point?
Another random question. Do you think an immortal person could be invisible in this day and age without the technology? Like all that moving around, changing IDs, doing stuff.
It's hard. 100%. You're talking about avoiding detection as being
Yeah,
an immortal. Oh,
yeah,
it's going to be 100% harder, way harder now than it was
yeah.
even 50 years ago.
Probably impossible now.
I don't think it's impossible. You just have to go to some countries where you probably have to go.
But when you leave that, but
No,
after
I
that,
I
are you
I,
gonna
I
be in
reckon.
that? Are you gonna be in that country forever? Because you have to move at some point.
Yeah, but no, you can move within that country. So okay, so let's put it this way. Do you think you could get away with it in Nigeria? You're
For
immortal.
now, for now, even now,
You can move
even
from
Lagos to Kaduna
yeah.
to if
The, the,
those
the,
guys don't
the,
get you
the
first.
biggest issue is going to be papers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How do you get those?
And I picked Nigeria because I think it's don't get me wrong, already it's harder now than it was. If you asked me this
Without
question 10 years ago, it's much easier to get away with it in
without
Nigeria.
and without so you have to be strategic because like when they're doing NIN now, you probably have to have gotten like 20.
No, because even your name. So here's the problem. Because with your
Yeah,
name, you're doing biometrics now. So
yeah,
this the issue
exactly.
is biometrics. You're doing
Yeah,
biometrics. They probably start doing DNA. How do you get over that?
you can. Because at some point there's gonna be
A
a
match.
swipe somewhere.
Yeah,
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 because even through port of entries for different countries, if you've been there once,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I
good.
think it will become harder. I think the only way around it is you amass so much wealth that you can use money to buy your way around it.
Okay, so you buy government,
Yeah, you know
you
you,
have people.
or you're in a company that does. Yeah, you while you're away where you got some contact that listen.
But that becomes even harder because now you're so rich.
Yeah.
Can you be anonymous when you're that
Oh yes, you
stupendously
can.
rich?
You Bitcoin, Swiss banks,
Okay,
cryptocurrency.
okay, not
Yeah,
okay, not
there are ways around that,
not the
like
not the
passing the money
not the
around.
not the Instagram Elon Musk Jeff Bezos rich. You just want to like nobody knows you.
Oh no, I don't need to. Oh, if you're that level rich, you just expose yourself because people.
Okay.
No, you don't need that level of scrutiny. I'll just be a pain in different countries as my own son. Yeah, that's my own
Okay.
son.
Okay, you share the same DNA, but you don't share the same biometrics.
But you will no. So in reality, you will because you're immortal. Your biometrics are not changing. So
I'm
no, no, no.
saying, I'm saying,
I'm not saying this.
I'm
There's a
saying
flaw.
if you're gonna take advantage of a son
Yeah,
and you want to claim a son,
yeah.
you can't change that. You can't change the biometrics because they're not the same. The DNA may be the same, right?
No, no, no.
But
Oh no, no. Sorry.
your biometrics are not the same.
Oh
So you
no,
can't claim your son.
I didn't mean that. Now I get what you mean. I didn't mean
Okay,
that I actually have a son and I'm taking up his identity. I didn't mean that. No,
you've just been lying that you're your
I'm
son.
pretend that yeah, I have a son that was born, and
Oh.
that's
It
what
was
I meant.
born. It was born abroad. Now you just come back home
Yeah,
to take over.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Right. I
I
think
got you.
we spent a lot of time talking a lot of rubbish here. um,
I
but
like to hear what cakes and you see. It's good we didn't give Tunde this one because Tunde would have wiped out
no,
half
see,
the earth.
I don't, so I'm not sure what Kex would say or do. I think Kex would go more the anonymous self-enjoyment route
Yeah,
without, disturbing too much.
yeah.
Uh, But Tunde, if it's any level of superpowers given to Tunde is an error. No, seriously, that guy is why superpowers don't exist in real life. He would be a super villain.
He'll wipe out. He'll wipe
Yeah,
out. He'll
yeah,
wipe out half the earth.
100%. Zero. What's the word?
Zero
Zero.
zero empathy.
Yeah, zero
Zero.
empathy, zero
Yeah,
remorse. You know.
that's the one. Remorse.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely no remorse.
yeah. No. Today should never ever smell superpowers ever. Yeah. It's the kind of person that you will end up fighting against.
Me, I'll just mind control him and tell him to jump off San Francisco, jump off San Fran Bridge.
Oh yeah.
All
Right,
right.
guys. I think we've come to the end of this discussion. Guys, if you have your own ideas of what power sets, you can only pick three that you would pick. Let us know if you think you got one that is three that's more practical than what we've chosen. I mean, we didn't talk about super strength because I thought we did talk about flight, which I think is nice looking, but I think it's useless technically. We didn't talk about super speed. I've always been on the cut about what super speed
Where,
is.
where are you running to?
But you know, the thing about super speed I always felt is if it works the way it works for the Flash, everything slows down. But perceptually, is it not? Don't you feel you're taking longer to? It's still taking time to get to. I don't know.
No, but you're
Japan.
saying you're the only person who has this power on Earth. You're just going to be running. Okay, I'm going to run to Japan today in one
Which is why,
second.
yeah, which is why I said I'd rather take teleportation.
Yeah.
Over super speed. Yeah. You know.
Then you get there hungry, starving. So
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
no
Yes.
super speed for me.
Cool.
Those are my powers. If you guys hear anything that that's psychopathic, psychopathic what I said, let me know.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. With that, Red, say your goodbyes.
Well, I will talk to you guys later. Let's do this more often, just the two of us. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's even more peaceful. You know, no
Yeah,
violence. It's not
no violence,
two
nothing.
intellectuals talking. Yeah, I agree. Right, guys. Thanks for listening. And by the way, any political discourse was purely for the purposes of this episode.
From a superhero perspective.
Perfect, please,
Not,
yes, please don't quote me.
yeah.
Thanks for listening, and once again, we will see you later.
Naija's geeking out. Let's start the show. Naija's geeking out.